really don't give that much of a shit about us, as you probably keep saying when you moan about them all the time, for not having us on all of their adverts every time. So let's, scale back the conspiracy theory. But it was a potential issue that looks like it was a technical issue and has been sorted out. So,
Yeah.
for all the people, including ourselves, who kind of tagged Sky and Channel 4 in tweets to try and make sure that it was sorted, it's been sorted.
Exactly.
And in fact, whilst we're on this topic, they've announced the lineup, haven't they? It's going to be Adam Hills. It's going to be a little bit of Helen Skelton in there as well. And this week, the pundits will be Sam Tompkins and Danica Prim, our friend Danica, and I can't remember who the third one was. But it sounds like Danica might be on quite a bit. The other person, whose name I can't remember, might be on quite a bit. I don't know if Sam Tompkins will be a regular or not. And Mark Wilson, who's on fucking everything now. Every credit to the lad. He's going to be doing the commentary as well. So absolutely, good lineup, I think. Exciting lineup.
Yeah, I like Mark Wilson's commentary. I think he does a good job. So.
And the more TV he does, the better he's getting, because he was so long a radio commentator and a good radio commentator, but the requirements on the radio is to describe everything.
Yeah, exactly.
He's getting way more used to being on the TV, and he's just getting better and better and better. So excellent stuff.
Yes. I think I called Adam Hills as presenter as well. I think I predicted that. But I mean, to be fair, it doesn't take a genius. He's already under contract to Channel 4. He's a rugby league fan. I mean, put two and two together.
And he's very excited, and I'm sure he'll do it in a good way, in a way that's not patronising, because it's
engaging person.
It's enough removed that he's not in the northern rugby league bubble, if you want to call it that. So he's outside to that, but at the same time, he's very much rugby league.
I agree.
Okie doke. Anyway, round 1 of Super League starts on Thursday night. We should talk more about this because 8 p.m. kickoff on Sky. The repeat of last year's grand final. It's St Helens hosting Catalans. I'm pretty excited for this, to be completely honest. I really want to see how these two sides go. I want to see if Catalans have bounced back. I want to see how well Mitchell Pearce fits into things. And I want to see if Saints are going to be more attacking, because the defence is fantastic.
Does this mean you're going to go for a home win?
I don't think I can go away from a home win. Early on in the season, I think everyone might have a few set moves and surprises and that sort of thing. But if you've got something you can absolutely rely on, as you still filter in through any changes in team lineup and that sort of stuff, and St Helens have got that in their defensive structures. I think St Helens will win. Yeah, I think they'll win by, let's go Saints by 10.
Yeah, I'm not going to disagree. You've got to pick Saints at home, really. But close one, Saints by 4.
Okie dokes. I really do hope it's a close one. What I would love is Catalan scoring first. That's my real ambition for this match. In fact, let's just check if we've got the team lists out. Should have, shouldn't we?
It's less than 48 hours before, possibly.
We don't know, so let me just check elsewhere.
I mean,
everyone's still in previewing the season mode, aren't they? That's the thing. So let's have a look. So Saints have picked in their side all the big name new signings: Hopewati, Lussick, Siren and Hurrell. They're all in their 20-man squad. So I'd expect at least 3, maybe all 4 to make the 17 on the night. And Regan Grace is the major missing player, isn't he? David talked last week how he's going to be missing the first month of the season. So it will be interesting to see how they go around that. It might be that Hurrell plays and that pushes either Percival Hopewati or Hurrell out onto the wing. Because there's no the other main option might be young Sim coming in and playing on the wing. He's in the 21 squad too. So yeah, but let's see, Hurrell on the wing against Yaha on the wing could be so many disasters waiting to happen. That would be exciting. Yeah, the Catalans are, pretty close to full strength as well. All their big name signings are in the 21. May, Napa, and of course Pearce, Garcia and Busquets are in. The only injury concern for them we talked about last week, Artur Morg. He misses the first month or two of the new season, so his impact off the bench will be missing, which could be a factor. But they've still got some talented players there. So both sides very close to full strength. Just one player missing from full strength, so it should be a cracker.
Should.
We'll hopefully be able to do this a little bit more every week, by the way, the Thursday game. We'll know the squads by the time we're recording now on Tuesday night, so give it a bit more of a dressing down, that sort of thing, and then whiz through the other ones like we will with Friday night, 8 p.m, Castleford versus Salford. Do you want to have first guess at this one?
And it is a guess. Secret Cass fan. Cass at home. Cass by 10.
Yeah, I think it's new. There's too much new stuff at Salford, whereas it's just a new coach. And I know it's not just a new coach because it's a big change, but I think there's enough settled stuff in their spine that they can work from that platform. So I'd go Cass by 10.
Mm-hmm.
Friday night 8 p.m, Hull KR versus Wigan. This one is on Sky. Surprise packages last year against absolute misery of an attacking side last year.
The entertainers versus blow your pants off. Yeah.
Wigan are looking at Field at fullback rather than Hardacre. I don't even know if Hardacre's going to be in the squad because he hasn't been. He carried an injury into the off season. He hasn't been front row and centre in the friendlies. Certainly, he hasn't been about. I think Jay Field, he's got mistakes in him, but he's got excitement in him, and Wigan need a bit of excitement until Bevan French is ready to go. So I think Wigan will hit the ground running. They'll be solid defensively. They'll have really got to grips with all the stuff that, particularly Abdul, who's caused Wigan problems for London and Hull KR. I think they've got to grips with those things with obsessive video review sessions in a big build-up to this match. So I think Wigan will win. I've got Wigan by 8.
This is one of the really tricky ones. Yeah, entertainers versus the boring.
We can't say they're going to be boring this year yet.
Well, okay. Well, we don't know if Hull KR are going to be the entertainers. But I think Wigan will just scrape through. Wigan by 2.
Okay. Saturday, our first taste of the Channel 4 coverage. 12:30 p.m. kickoff for Leeds versus Warrington. There's a double header with the women's side playing a friendly after this one. So if you're at the game at Headingley, stick around for that. No Blake Austin for Leeds. He's been suspended for his late hit on can't remember who in the game against Hull FC in the friendly match, but he's banned. But Aidan Caesar, apparently his swear word wasn't aimed at the referee, so he's got away with his dissent, what he got sin binned for. Luke Gale's got away with what he got sin binned for as well in that game. So it's just Blake Austin, after so many high-profile halfbacks had disciplinary worries looming over them after that friendly game. It's just Blake Austin that misses out. But that could be big, couldn't it? Because it means Leeds have to really rethink. Do you think it means, do they have to then put Myler into the halves and put Walker at fullback? Because I think they were probably going to go into the season still with protecting Walker a little bit because the guy's a biscuit. I don't think there's any other real headlines to talk about injuries wise. I think Warrington, is Jack Hughes still struggling, but for the most part, Toby King, I don't know if he's not really featured in pre-season, but the key men should be there, shouldn't they? The spine, the Clark, Widdop, Williams, Rashford should all be ready and firing. And Cooper missed the playoffs, but I think that was an illness thing and he's fine. Missed the pre-season. So Blake Austin being the main big name missing, does that change your view on this game, Alan?
my instinct was to pick Leeds, and there's no logical reason to pick Leeds. Warrington are probably going to be a better team this year. They're not missing anybody, but sod it, I'm going to pick Leeds. Leeds by 4.
I think there might be a repeat of last year's game in this fixture. I think Wire by 1. I want it to be a close, exciting game that goes right down to the finish for the first game on Channel 4. I think it'll really help fire off their 10-game coverage with an absolute bang. I think Wire by 1. I think Williams will pop up, score a drop goal, either late on or in golden point extra time, but certainly within the last 5 minutes of action, and sneak it for Wire. I think Leeds will start well, but Wire will be good enough to keep them out early doors, and then it'll go along that theme, I think, and Wire will nab it. Following on, you've got a brilliant afternoon lined up for you guys, by the way, if you're sat in an armchair on Saturday, because after that game you can go straight into Lock Lane Rochdale in the Cup, then straight into Navy against Acorn in the Cup, and then straight into this third Sky game of the weekend, 7 p.m. kickoff. Toulouse's Bow in the Super League. They host Huddersfield. It's uncertain yet about which Huddersfield players can't travel, because we don't know yet who's not been vaccinated, but we'll know we'll know in a couple of days' time. But the big story is it's starting to smell a bit like Mark Carella's going to play for Toulouse, and he's not leaving them yet. He's had COVID recently enough that he doesn't have to get vaccinated for a couple of months, and he can still play until that 90 days or whatever they've specified has run out.
So then he needs to get vaccinated. Do we think he's going to play in the home games then?
Well, at the moment he can play because he's had COVID in January. So I think the rules are you have to have had 2 doses of the vaccine or have had COVID within 90 days. Right. And then you're considered, immune for the time being and not going to be spreading it either. So that's what I've picked that up somewhere along the line this week.
Still rumour though, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, it's becoming a meme how much Huddersfield burned us in picks this last year. But I'm a glutton for punishment, and I'm going to go for Huddersfield. Huddersfield by 6.
I think if there's one game that I'm going to pick to lose for this season, it's going to be the first game at home. If you look back, Catalans won their first game at home in Super League, and I think Toulouse can do the same. I'm going to go Toulouse by 4, and they're going to just hold on. It's going to be Toulouse by 2, and they're going to just hold on. You've got Huddersfield.
Yes.
Okie dokes. And then the final game to talk about, Sunday 3 p.m, Wakefield versus Hull KR. I guess the headline of this one is Hull KR are missing Jake Connor, so can they score any points?
Hull FC. Oh, you said Hull KR.
Oh, damn it. Hull FC are missing Jake Connor, so can they score any points?
There's going to be hell to pay over that.
Oh, gosh. Man makes a mistake after an hour and a half. Shit.
This isn't a specific Jake Connor pick, but I don't know. I'm just going to go for Wakey. Shaky Wakey to pinch a close one, Wakefield by 2.
I haven't given this game enough thought. We've just got to this game, and I've thought about all the other games this week. Been excited about Sunday, most of the other games this week, and this is the one that I've given no thought to at all. So I'll do it now on the fly. I worry about Wakefield's pack this year, and it's meant to be a wet weekend again, innit? I think pack might be important. It's going to be
heavy underground, definitely.
In that circumstance, so I'm going to go Hull FC to win it. Hull FC by 6.
Yeah, eminently sensible.
We have to start remembering as well that Hull FC aren't going to be scoring as many drop goals this year, so
yeah,
that's an issue. Okay. I think we should make our picks for the Challenge Cup round 3, seeing as there's so many on TV, or